welcome to the most monstrous day of the week, Monday. I'm Nin,
And I'm Frenzy.
and we're two idiots talking about monsters, and stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, Emphasis on the idiot. We're not really, as in, not
I
like.
thought emphasis on the monsters, like we talk about
I mean
shit.
that, but in
Oh,
this
sure.
case, I'm trying to say that, as usual, we're not actually, we're not studying any kind of
We're not verified on
monsterology.
Twitter.
We're
No.
I don't think that's.
No, if you're verified on Twitter, everything you say is true. That's how the internet works. No, but we don't have like a degree or anything in this. We haven't studied anything about mythology or history or monsterology, demonology. But we just do this because it's fun, and I like to research things and learn new stuff, and I like talking about it to you, Nin.
Oh,
And yes,
me?
in general to people, but specifically in this case, you.
I mean, I like talking to you as well, which is
Why we do this.
which is funny considering we are doing a podcast. I mean, it's kind of good that we do like talking to each other. It would be a whole another
Otherwise,
mess if we didn't.
yeah, that would be bad. We don't do this as a job, we do this as a hobby. Because, yeah.
Because apparently, personally, I like torturing myself with editing. Uh,
And I like torturing myself with research because while I do like it, I don't like it all the time.
Sometimes things are actually bad.
Yeah, I like research as a concept, not as a thing I'd need to do.
Yeah.
So,
Also, a side note to anyone who is listening, you might have noticed there has been, instead of a 1 week pause, it's been a 2 week pause. We were thinking of um having maybe a bi-weekly podcast things instead of weekly because real life is a bitch and it
yeah.
doesn't want us to actually do that. Plus, I don't have the time or energy to edit things, especially if the
Oh,
things
for an
get corrupted.
hour? Also that, yeah.
Yeah. So we are more often going with some Mondays you get a thing, some Mondays you don't.
Yeah, I
That's
mean
how it
that was
be.
how it was planned, but then we had like a good run. I was like, oh, we can do this every week, and then we realized, oh no, maybe this wasn't a good idea. But yeah, no, like every other week, at least once a month would be nice. But yeah, our schedule is kind of whack, so don't worry if there's a week without something. We try.
It also fluctuates between because of the way we are recording, which is to those who don't know, through Discord, we are nowhere near each other because we live in different countries. So while it's super convenient, it also means that sometimes we get technical problems and then we fight those, and the fighting part is no fun. Editing is great, but yeah.
Yeah, so no worries on that part. But let's get to something more fun, which
Yes.
is well, monster is kind of broad. Let's say the creature for today's topic is because it came up at some in some other episode. The unicorn, a magical, wonderful fairy tale creature. Not very fairy tale creature. Well, I'll get to that. But I think most people know what unicorns are. They're like beasts with a single large pointed horn, kind of like spiraled horn, projecting from its forehead. Usually it's a white horse. Apparently, it can also be like a goat like creature. So it has cloven hoofs, the horn, of course, and sometimes a goat's beard, which
Okay.
I did not know. I just found that out. Apparently, in some depictions, it's more goat-like. But yeah, the unicorn itself has been used as like a symbol of purity and grace. And one of the main things of the unicorn is it can be only captured by a virgin, which
Virgin Squad at it again.
Virgin Squad. The Virgin Squad is back. But yeah, like yeah, we'll get back to that because again, the Virgin Squad will be there in some form, shape, or other. But yeah, the unicorn has one of the special things of the unicorn is the horn. Haha. Because not only is it like a horse with a horn, the horn has magic powers, which I will get in depth into a bit later. But apparently, the unicorn horn, also called the alicorn, which can also be the alicorn, is both a word for the horn of a unicorn, but also like the fusion monster of unicorn and Pegasus, which is just a
Yes.
unicorn with wings.
Yes.
Which made researching this very hard because I don't always want to go like unicorn horn in my Google search, but apparently I had to do that. But yeah, so the unicorn apparently is fucking old. Like the first depictions of unicorns have been like in the Indus Indo Valley civilization, so like ancient times, like all back. In Greek, like Greek mythology did not have unicorns, but but in natural history written by the Greeks in ancient times, they were convinced unicorns were real and they lived in India, which which was like what? So yeah, because every like pretty much every civilization has some kind of depiction of a unicorn, which mainly stems from the fact that um 3D drawings were not good. Like there were depictions of probably just some goat type creature with two horns, but because it was always depicted from the side and they couldn't really depict the two horns, you only just saw one.
Hmm.
So later generations and civilizations were like, oh, there are creatures with only one horn because the art was not the art was bad, just
The
it's
perspective was wrong.
the perspective was bad.
Not the most flattering angle for the
Yeah,
creatures.
for a unicorn, or for
Or this
um,
means that unicorns actually were at.
could be. I mean, uh, yeah, I mean there was a skeleton of a unicorn found.
Yeah, which to be honest, like a horse-like creature, an equine with like a single horse, is not the weirdest shit that I have seen
Yeah,
that has walked on this earth
it
or
could
still
be.
walks or swims on this fucking planet. Like
Yeah,
some of the shit that has been and still is way wackier than the idea of a unicorn. I mean, they probably aren't like magical creatures. They're just probably like
yeah,
creatures with horns.
possibly,
But yeah,
probably, yeah. But like there were a lot. Like there are some creatures, where it's like okay, this could maybe have been that. Like whales are like a big thing. Was like okay, they just found a horn of that somewhere, and we're like, oh, they're unicorns because it's just this water creature with a horn. But yeah, mostly some other creatures. Like there was I think it's now extinct type of cattle called the auroch or something. It's like yeah, it's like a type of wild cattle that used to live in like Asia, Europe, and North Africa, that had like a horn, and people were like, okay, maybe the depictions of that from the side again could have been what inspired the unicorn. Um, yeah, like apparently in ancient times, especially, were like the first depictions. Later, like the Middle Ages and Renaissance. As always, Christianity came in and was like, well, we're gonna grab that one. because there were like a lot of yeah, depictions, like old tapestry and stuff, that depicted like a unicorn, with a lady, mostly like, called virgins, um where it's like, okay, this in religious art depicts the relationship between, apparently, the Virgin Mary and Jesus. So
Um.
the unicorn is Jesus.
Uh. Mm,
Jesus is a unicorn,
uh.
apparently.
Okay.
So
Sure.
that's,
Which
yeah.
becomes even more hilarious considering how unicorn is sometimes used as, I don't know, in certain communities.
Yeah, for the LGBTQ
Yes.
plus community.
Yes.
Yeah, it, like again, the meaning of things developed, and things mean different things now. It's a thing, but that's when it came, when like the whole Virgin Squad thing came in, was like the Middle Ages, Renaissance type, kind of, area, time frame, because of the whole Jesus thing, because like Virgin Mary being like, oh, like their relationship, and that it was like only a virgin could tame a unicorn because of, yeah, purity and innocence and blah, the whole thing. And yeah, basically, uh
Christianity knocking at the door again. I'm starting
yeah,
to see a pattern. Every
it's,
time.
yeah,
Every time
every
it's like,
time there's,
hey, remember me! Remember! It's just like, yeah, we do.
so you had this thing, how about we take that and make our own, put our own stamp on it. I mean, that's what all civilizations and whatever have done all over the years. But yeah, Christianity is kind of like the most, let's say, adamant and, most known, perpetrator of that. But
Yes.
yeah, it's a thing. Like, unicorns, also were like, uh a certain, like, had not just symbolism, but were also like a metaphor for stuff. Um like in 13th century, France, authors, were like, okay, so the lover, is attracted to his lady as the unicorn is to the virgin, which I am not sure how that's supposed to, but it's like, it's supposed to mean like a chaste love and faithful marriage and whatever. But if you actually look at people, like at any time, that's like, nah, I don't think the unicorn wants to fuck the virgin, honey. Like, not sure if that is what you should have used in this.
Oh
Eh.
god.
But yeah, there is apparently, uh again, with the horns of unicorns, there's like this big thing where they, used, in quotation marks, alicorns or unicorn horn, to use as medicine. So like, like bits of unicorn horn, quotation marks again, were used to make medicine, or were sold as medicine for a high price because of its rarity, of course. And also that it was used to make like cups for royalty, or like just as a gift for royalty to have like unicorn horn, which was basically just made of, either narwhal tusks or ivory, or like walrus ivory. um like, again, same with like powder, was used like, in Europe for medicinal purposes as late as 1741, where they were like, oh yeah, this is a cure all or wonder cure for everything, just sprinkle a little bit of unicorn horn in there and you'll
And then it's
cure.
just like chalk or something. It's like, yes.
Like, it was ivory, so it was like, I'm not sure if that's healthy. I mean, in certain doses, maybe it doesn't do much, but if you take a lot of that, it's probably not good. But yeah.
And
Um
it is not the weirdest thing I have heard of being used as like a medicine, or
yeah.
the least unhealthy thing to be used as a medicine or an everyday usable object.
Again, two things that come to mind that were creepy medicine. Mummy leavings, like pieces of mummy flesh,
Yes.
and what was the other thing? Like the basically the stone from the stomach of like a goat.
Oh
What
God.
was it called? What was it called? Fuck, I forgot the name.
Uh,
Bezoar.
I can't help because I'm not
It's a
knowledgeable in.
bezoar.
Okay, I
It's
was
yeah.
also thinking about like the whole history of like color green and why it's attached to poison and stuff.
Oh,
It's
okay.
because they use uranium so much. I don't
What?
remember like at some point they like made this prettiest and most vibrant green color. And the
Hmm.
reason it was so vibrant was because they use radioactive material in it. Like a
Well,
lot of it, and they made everything about it, and
oh shit.
mysteriously, as like, with stuff like that, well, I think it was arsenic as well. Like it was like because they made also clothes with it, and when like people would like, even if they like accidentally like cut themselves and then they're like arsenic covered filled clothes would press into their wounds, they would get like the poisoning and die. And when people started to die because they were literally just surrounding themselves in this bright green, they just were like, I wonder, I wonder if it has something to do with that. And ta-da, that's why green is now a color of poison, because it was literally poisoning people to death because
Wow.
people didn't know better. But
Okay.
yeah, it's like
I
stuff
mean,
like that. It's like,
with that, if they had unicorn horn, they would have been protected against poison because that's another thing it does. Apparently, it doesn't just protect you from like cure illnesses. It protects against poison, and also wearing a unicorn leather belt was supposed to protect a person from plague and fevers, while leather shoes prevented diseases of the feet, legs, and loins. So apparently there was also unicorn leather. So this mystical, wonderful, fantastical creature was just, for all it was worth. I'm surprised they didn't find like if you eat the heart of a unicorn, you know?
I
But no,
mean,
just leather
yeah.
and the horn.
Oh, the leather and horn. That's like, I feel like you should be using the whole animal, but maybe it's because they weren't real and they just were like, well, what the fuck are we gonna do? Okay, let's just use some horse skin, and well, then they could
Yeah.
have just used a horse anyway. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
there was some where you used unicorn liver, liver and egg yolk to make an ointment against leprosy. But other than that, there wasn't much I could find.
All of this seems like, even because I know in fifth edition unicorns are celestials,
In
and
D&D,
they,
yes.
yes, in D&D. And it's like a curse kind of thing. Or it's super bad if you kill one. Like it's no good.
Yeah.
Which,
And then and here in medieval times, 17th century, people were like, well, let's do
yeah,
some.
but here's the thing. Now, like it kind of even still goes with it, because like it's like really bad to kill a unicorn in D&D, but the stuff that unicorn can do is like multiple like healing things, and like even has like a can have like a layer that like just heals everyone around and stuff like that. So it wouldn't be too far off to like make the unicorns in D&D have like even their parts to have like magical things, and that's why you, I mean, I know the horn especially, it is stated in the rule books to give special effects if you have one. though you will be immediately fucking attacked by any good aligned character ever if they know that you've killed a unicorn, which is a thing, by the way.
Yeah, okay. So, if you are in a D&D campaign and you find a unicorn, maybe you don't.
Unless it's super needed, like I don't know, the world is ending, the god is dying, and the only thing to cure is by, I don't know, feeding it a unicorn to it. I don't know.
A whole unicorn.
A whole
Just all of it.
unicorn. Just go crunch. Go crunch like an apple on the
Oh
unicorn.
god. Maybe don't. Still. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff. Apparently there's some because a unicorn horn can protect against poison, there's like this theme that became very popular that where like people claim to have seen a unicorn emerge at sunrise to decontaminate water from a river so the good animals could drink, because like in there's like references where like, okay, so because we have said Jesus is the unicorn, yes,
Yes.
so snakes are Satan
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
or the devil.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. It's kind of
Snakes are the
also in
devil.
the book.
Snakes poison the water because evil, and unicorn decontaminates water because Jesus. So
Yeehaw.
yeah,
Yes.
that's how that works. But yeah, so again, like royalty from all over drank out of unicorn horn to protect themselves against diseases and poisons, and again, great gift to give. If you got like a unicorn horn in your cupboard, you just go, yeah, your highness, here, have this, be cool.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
gosh.
it's great. But yeah, again, same as like the Bezoar stone, as I said, can just after you got poisoned, just chuck that thing and you done. You good. Otherwise, later on, it just became a rarity in like cabinets of curiosities where you just collected like notable objects. Um, Otherwise, there it just became even more like it was again. First it was just fine against poison can cure your illness, then purifying water in nature, then it was against recommended against like all everything, rubella, measles, fevers, all the pains, just all the pains, any and all. Parisian monks used to soak their drinking water uh, in like soak drinking water in unicorn horn to give it to lepers. It was an unicorn horn was could act as an antidote, and in powdered form was helping with wound healing, again neutralizing poison such as scorpion or viper venom, or just against the plague. So maybe we just need to hunt some unicorns. I have dated this episode. But
Oh
yeah.
boy. This is now tied to a date, this whole episode. Oh
Yeah.
boy. If you're listening
But
to this
yeah.
in the future, please
We
tell
are
us if
sorry.
it's better.
Yeah, please make a comment like we have survived. But yeah, like again, the horn was prepared in several ways, like either solid, like as a powder, or as an infusion. Um, was just uh magical powers were just assumed for centuries, and it was traded more and more. And fake horns, quotation marks, and false powders appeared, whatever that means. Because, yeah, from a current standpoint, I think all of it was fake, and just the prices were through the roof. Like it was amazing.
I don't
There
think it
was
was amazing.
I mean,
I wouldn't use.
amazing from a standpoint, like how much you can pay for like a little bit of powder of some fake creature.
I mean, that's kind of like drugs.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
it's at times like drugs, like medicinal drugs, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
what I'm amazed is human raised willingness to want an all cure it all solution. Like no matter what. Like for example, Coca-Cola and ketchup were originally like cure it all kind of medicines.
Yeah.
And like unicorn stuff, cure it all, everything, cure it all. Wish there was a thing that cured us all, but like
It's unicorn
it
horn.
just seems to be like a theme. It's like humans just really wish there was a way to like chuck one thing and it will cure it all, which is really sad, kind of, because I don't think there is anything like that possible. And if it is, oh my god.
Yeah, but like there are like there are papers or like books written from like 15th 16th century where like they are people are defending the medicinal properties of unicorn horn. um there is people were going wild for that,
I wonder how
apparently.
much of it was like a placebo effect, where like they, because they believed so hard that it will work, that it started to work, like they,
I
placebo.
mean, probably most of it. I don't think narwhal uh powder, narwhal horn powder is still used in medicine.
I mean,
So,
as in like,
I mean, I don't know. I'm not an apothecary. I have not studied medicine. I don't know if somebody has that is still used. Please tell me. I doubt it though.
I'm more often like a placebo effect, that when it works, but when it doesn't work, you don't really blame it, like the powder.
Maybe it wasn't fresh enough.
It wasn't fresh enough. It wasn't real. It wasn't like I got bamboozled. It wasn't. It didn't work, so it
It was
must
a
be
fake
fake.
one.
So
Yeah,
I'm wondering if it's like that whole thing that kept it going. I wonder what kind of
possibly.
stuffs nowadays we eat or do that later will be found out to be horrible, because that is.
Well, I mean, in recent history, just look at smoking. What was it was used to cure coughing and lung diseases, and now we know it actually, can give you lung cancer. Or what was used as a cure, heroin or cocaine was used as medicine, and we now know maybe not so good. So there have been a lot of things that we used as medicine that is now just that's actually bad for you. So maybe not.
Yeah, but like things that we haven't discovered yet, like things to come. Like imagine like 100 years from now on, people just looking like, look at those fucking plebs
I
doing
mean,
that,
this yeah,
and
that
not
will
knowing
definitely
the.
happen.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm just really curious what that thing will be.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that people like that's being advertised that's just bullshit that doesn't do anything, but it's not especially harmful to you. Like uh, especially when you go for like cosmetic stuff, where you're like, okay, like active charcoal. We know that charcoal can help with certain poisons, yes, but we don't know if it does anything. I mean, I buy stuff that has active charcoal in it, like my toothpaste, for example, but I don't buy it because I think it's gonna help me. I just buy it because it's black and it's very goth.
You have black toothpaste?
Yes, it's
I
a
didn't
thing.
know this about you.
Well, I'm not advertising my having black toothpaste.
Why not? That should be like the go-to when you meet new people. You're like, I use black toothpaste. I am goth. Fear me.
No, no. Why?
Yes! That's amazing! Why haven't you told me? We have been friends for how many years and you haven't told me you use black toothpaste?
I mean, other people who use like colorful, like that's not like toothpaste can be any color. It doesn't.
No, it's white!
No. There's pink toothpaste. There's like green one. Like there's
That's true,
colors.
but those are usually like children's toothpaste.
Like don't nothing against children's toothpaste. It is the same stuff you need as an adult and it tastes better. So
It doesn't
don't
taste better. It's fucking disgusting. But
it
anyway,
does that is
unicorn
your opinion. That is your opinion. Okay.
black toothpaste. Black.
Anyway, unicorns. Unicorns. Because unicorns were so popular, they also came up as like depictions on like royal arms or like the heraldry, not heraldry, what was like as the coat of arms or like just the sigil, the sign of like a fancy house, a royal house, especially in Scotland. I don't know why, but they dig their unicorns, so that's cool. Um, Again with the remembered, with the Christianity, um, in like the Bible, I think it's the Hebrew Bible, but like some translations of the Bible or a Bible have the word unicorn in it. So, yeah, and it doesn't always refer to Jesus. But yeah, that's
I
the
mean, I
thing. And
have heard lambs being like, like
yeah, we are the lambs of
lamb being
like
like
normal people are being the lamb of
no, like
no,
Jesus being like a little
the lamb
lamb
of God. Yeah,
or
yeah. I have never read the Bible. I
I
don't
have, and I am pretty sure that's something that was in there.
probably,
Which
but yeah.
yeah,
There's also like this is all very European. There's also a Chinese unicorn apparently. Um, I I don't even I'm I will try to pronounce it. I will fuck it up. So it's the Quilin or Kirin?
Kirin, Kirin,
Kirin,
yes.
yes.
Well, I think I am not one to say how to pronounce it. I have just heard about Kirins a lot because I find them interesting.
It's more of a like chimera type hybrid,
Yes,
but it's sometimes called the Chinese unicorn way.
yes.
That's why I wrote it down. But yeah, so that is also a thing that is there. Otherwise, there are a lot of unicorns all over pop culture. Also, like I have a giant list, like especially in books, like even Lewis Carroll in Through the Looking Glass, like who the second part of Alice in Wonderland had a unicorn in there. There is, of course, the Last Unicorn, both the book and the movie. Um, there is just a lot of stuff that's just some unicorn is there somewhere.
There
Like a
is
lot
a
of fantasy.
unicorn.
There is a unicorn. Like Dungeons and Dragons, of course, has unicorns. We have My Little Pony, of course, where there's unicorns. We have She-Ra, Princess of Power. She-Ra had like the early, like the 1984 version, where she has a unicorn that she rides. Um,
And in the newer animation, it's alicorn.
okay, there's
It's a communist alicorn.
uh what?
Yes, it's a communist alicorn. Trust me.
Okay,
No,
I
it's
will,
hilarious.
I will keep that in mind. Okay, cool, fun. Um, there is just so much. In apparently in the 2001 game Zoo Tycoon, there is an Easter egg where you can have a unicorn. Apparently, a unicorn exhibit in Zoo Tycoon, which is fun. There is like the Chronicles of Narnia. There are unicorns. Like I think Peter rides a unicorn or something. Um, Elder Scrolls Oblivion has unicorns in
Oh,
like a side
Oblivion
quest or
has
something.
it.
Oblivion has one. I think Skyrim also do. I don't know.
I haven't played that fully. I have been playing just the Elder Scrolls Online, and it doesn't have unicorns, at least yet.
Okay.
Has a lot of vampires
What
though.
one of my favorite depictions of unicorns is in Cabin in the Woods, the 2012 horror comedy, kind of where it's just a unicorn killing a man by stabbing him through the chest with a horn.
That sounds like something because there was an episode of Supernatural, and yes, I used to be one of those people. Back in like I don't know 2012, and then I saw the light and I realized that the show is not too great. But anyway, there is also an episode in that where a unicorn stabs a man through the chest.
Wonderful. I love rampaging unicorns. But also another one of my favorite depictions, because it's not just this ethereal magical fairy tale thing, is in Gravity Falls, the cartoon, let's say, um,
Yes.
where the unicorns are like apparently able to judge how pure of heart a human is, but it's just a scam and they're just dicks.
Yes.
I love that. And they're just actually just assholes.
Yes.
I really love that. I just love it. I love an asshole unicorn. I just, yeah. And like, there's so many other versions of like
Yeah.
depictions of unicorns. Apparently, like in, yeah,
It
I
is.
can't even. It's so much,
Do
just
you
so much.
know why unicorn became like the I don't know in a way not a logo but like an imagery for like a gay man
I have no.
essentially?
I didn't. I didn't really. Well, actually, oh no,
Oh,
I, I, I channeled my inner nerd white dude. Actually, actually,
actually.
technically, uh, but no, because it's not just a gay man. Unicorn. Basically, it's just I haven't found anything specific, but it probably because it's more of like because of the connotation with the virgin and blah whatever. This more feminine thing, like that it's probably somehow became like a slur for gay people, especially for gay men, and then it got reclaimed, I'm pretty sure. But also, there's another word for a bisexual person, is unicorn, because of apparently straight couples that look for a bi person to make their sexy times a bit more fun, which is
Uh,
not great. So yeah, unicorn can mean a lot. A lot. Like, again, it like the meaning changed a lot from like a creature that can heal poison and disease, to basically Jesus, to uh like this fairy tale folklore thing, to, oh, it's the gays now.
it's the gays, TM.
Yeah, like
Uh,
it's yeah. I think that with the same thing as the rainbow, where just now it just stands for this because we either have claimed it, or it just enough people decided that's the thing now. There's not really a reason I could see that was like definitive in that way.
okay, to be honest, and this comes from because you mentioned that because feminine and stuff like that on the
Mm-hmm.
unicorn part. Most of my life I have seen unicorn like shown as this I don't know glittery pink I don't know really girly thing,
Mm-hmm.
which I personally don't like. To those who don't
Yeah.
know, I'm trans, and I, from even a young age, have tried to avoid quotation marks girly things because, well, I don't really one care for them. I don't know actually anyone who really actually is into the whole pink thing, like the whole capitalism, girls pink, glittery, Barbie, unicorns thing. I don't know how many people actually are into that kind of stuff. But personally, I have been trying to avoid it because it makes me feel uncomfortable. And that's why I have this image of like a glittery pink unicorn in my head, which is why I don't really care or like unicorns, especially the like, I don't know, the fairy tale ones. But for some reason, I do enjoy. I think the like, for example, D&D unicorn, because I think there is big. Well, it has stats, so there is a possibility that it can fight and kill people.
It has a horn. Even the glittery pink unicorn has a horn it could kill you with.
I
Like it's
know, but
inherently
it's.
badass.
Yeah, I know, but it's just deep into
Yeah,
my mind. It has to become this horrid, like imaginary of social structure of what gender is supposed, or where gender roles, whatever, and that I am attached to those, and you should like pink, which bad. Also, could
yeah.
someone please make, I don't know, a game about unicorns that is like badass and not like, I don't
Have
know.
you not seen the Flash game where you just have like a metal unicorn jump through space?
That one! Yes! Well, I was more of thinking it as like a robot that just was made to look fancy instead of it being a unicorn.
It's still a unicorn. For me, it's a cyborg unicorn.
But yes.
It's just space unicorn. I like that. But I don't really like. I'm not super on the unicorn train. Like there was like this huge discussion when I was back in school, like when I was like 14, 15 or something. Was like, are you Camp Unicorn or Camp Pegasus? And I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
That
I
sounds
think
horrible. I
I
would
think
have
it
died.
stemmed I think it stemmed from some people starting to watch My Little Pony or something. But it just became a thing then. It was like, well, Pegasus because it has wings and can fly. Which, as a person who's both afraid of heights and afraid of horses, should be my mortal enemy. But I
You're
still
afraid of
think they're cooler.
horses?
Horses are big and could kill me.
I
Hello?
know. I have
They
fallen
could
off
kick me to
one like
death.
million times. It
Oh
hurts.
god.
I used to
No.
be a horse person when I was
Oh
young.
no.
Like
Oh
really
god.
into horse stuff.
We
And
would not have been friends. I am scared of horses to death.
well, I didn't
Like,
force my friends to look into horse stuff. We wouldn't have just talked about anything. Even Pokemon cards. I collected those a lot. It was really big thing for me. I don't know. I
I
just
was more into Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah, unicorns are wild. And I don't. Yeah. Horses are scary. So again, I would be scared of unicorn. Even more than a horse because it has a horn which it could kill me with. Uh, next to like hoofs it can stomp me with. But yeah,
I can vibe with horrifying looking unicorns. I can vibe with that as long as it's not glitter because glitter is
I
kind
mean
of
there's oh god, what game was it? I think especially what I remember was Dragon Age Inquisition, where one of the mounts you could have was like an undead unicorn, which was just an undead horse with like a sword stabbed through its head.
I love
That
that.
was metal.
That sounds amazing.
I always use that because I'm
I
an edgy bitch.
need
So
to play that game.
do it. Fucking do
Yes,
it.
but I am also trying to go in an order and play through the things. But yeah, I that sounds amazing. That
That's
is
really
the
good.
level of edgy
Edge.
shit that I
Yes.
enjoy, and also kind of horror because you
I
know.
mean, I also appreciate like like a white glittery unicorn that just has rainbows. Where like I think was either Red Dead Redemption in one of the add-ons, or I think it was also like in one of the Skyrim games. I think like Elder Scrolls games, not especially Skyrim, but one where you could have a unicorn that you ride, and it just had like this rainbow just as like where it was behind it, like as a what's the like not a veil but like the motion thing. Words escape me. But I hope people know what I mean.
A trail, like
Yes, thank you. Oh god, I can't words. But yeah, like as a trail behind it was like a rainbow. I was like, yes, this this I like because gay. But yeah,
I like that
just
you have to be like because game. Like, oh well,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, yes. Uh, if there is nothing more, we should probably do our build a creature thing, which I admit might be a little bit difficult this time because unicorns are kind of like this very specific thing, and I don't think we are qualified enough to, I don't know, borrow things from the Chinese unicorn or
Oh yeah,
killing.
no, no, no. I'm not touching that. I'm
So
not.
I don't want us to go that direction.
I mean, I like because you like the undead unicorn with sword through. Maybe you would appreciate skeleton unicorn, which is a thing. Um, because again, unicorn skeleton was found in like 1663 in Germany. Funnily enough, um, it was like reconstructed in 1678. Uh, and again reconstructed with other like the original parts are not there anymore, they don't exist anymore, but like a copy was made in 1714, and I think that is still in a museum somewhere in Germany. I think last time I researched it was in even the city I live in currently, in Leipzig. um but I don't know if it's there anymore, if it still exists. But yeah, skeleton unicorn.
Yes, um,
Maybe I bring to the table this.
it is. It is a good offer. Yes. Thank you for this.
But you don't like it.
Uh,
Okay, okay. We'll do something else. So I think to cater to both of our edgy um flavorings, definitely an edgy unicorn. So either undead darkness space tentacle unicorn, eldritch horror, something
I
maybe.
mean, you know me. You can't see if I'm giving finger guns towards the microphone. Uh, uh, here's the thing: unicorns are great, but when it comes to horse creatures, there are far more interesting creatures. But I can't mix them because we are probably going to be talking about them later. Like something like Selkie, or well, yeah, they're like the horse creature that basically tracks you into the depths, and stuff like that. I love that. It's horrible. It's disgusting. I'm like, yes, amazing. But like,
I mean,
what if the unicorns themselves are
yes.
horrifying? But also, what if we also make like a person? What if we make a unicorn cowboy?
What?
Like someone who is taking care of the unicorns. Like they have like multiple unicorns, and they're a cowboy who's taking care of unicorns.
That's not how this works, Nin. I think you know that. We make
I
a monster, not not the caretaker of the monster. That's behind.
but
That's not the
making the
rule.
monster is part of it. If we make a horrifying
No,
undead unicorns and they have undead caretaker.
no.
Oh, I mean, I had to try.
You just don't want to make a unicorn. I get that, but we need to make a unicorn. How about maybe the unicorn is not like the horn, has like this spiral straight thing. What if it's like an antler, but just one?
Yeah, could work. It could be an
Okay,
interesting choice.
that's not enthusiastic enough. Okay, we continue. We continue somewhere else. Okay. What about hmm. Hmm. I mean, Undead Unicorn I love because I love that shit, but also
I am way too into the Undead Unicorn, but the unicorn horn is like a sword stab through the head. Like that is
Okay.
brilliant.
Maybe.
Whoever made that in the game
Yeah.
is like, oh my god, you're a fucking legend because that idea is amazing. But
It's
I don't
really
think we
good.
can reuse that because it's technically already been made. I mean, technically everything is a remix.
Yeah.
Nothing you create is actually completely your own. Everything's a remix. But
What about? I mean, now I'm just imagining where it's like undead unicorn, where it's like the sword, kind of like Arthurian, where it's not like the stone, the sword in the stone, but the sword in the unicorn, and you first gotta capture the unicorn on your quest, and then you gotta take the sword out. And even if you do number one, you can't possibly do the second one. Maybe like very complex. This is turning into like a D&D side quest.
yes, it is. Yes, it
Shit.
is.
Um,
That also, to be honest, it does sound like because we have epic poems in Finnish, like Finnish epic. Well, not technically poem, but epics. We have like Finnish epics, and there is one which is like a person has to go. This specific person who I can't remember the name of, but I know that Mordenkainen in D&D is named after the dude. Uh, it like he has to go and hunt down this very specific kind of like a moose that is like more faster and more fast and furious and horrible and difficult to catch and stuff like that and do something with that. So it sounds like that. But also, side note, I had a horrible idea, which was instead of the horn being like a bone or anything like that, it's just an arm growing from the top of the
no,
horn.
no,
What's why not? I mean, you can
no,
wield a sword with it.
no. That is horrible. No,
Just
no.
what? Why not?
Because no.
It sounds like someone like just I don't know. Well, it's like a self-made unicorn made by a lich or a necromancer who just found a horse and a human arm and was like, I could make a unicorn. And
No,
then just sew them together, and now they have a unicorn with a hand who
no.
they can high five.
That's a uni hand.
But
That's not a unicorn.
arms have bones in them, so technically, because the horns are bones ish. No, actually, no. Horns are not bones. They're like the same material as nails are made of. But still, similar. Enough. Think about it.
I am, and I don't like it.
I mean, I can't think which would be worse, that the arm was like like floppy and just like wiggling everywhere, or that it actually was able to like, I don't know, give a mid finger at someone, just be like, fuck you.
Oh god. No, it's I don't I mean when I said before like tentacle thing, I was not the whole tentacle. But also that was bad. So I didn't say it. But now you say hand, so I have to one up you.
Or arm,
It's
but imagine leg.
no, oh god. Just kicking. Just kicking.
Oh
Oh
god.
lord.
But
This is
yes.
bad.
Which route do you want to go?
None of those.
Why not? I think it's
I
brilliant.
hate that. No. I don't want to hate on your child.
Okay, well, Well, I guess we're. I mean, I do like the idea of sword in the stone, but it's the unicorn, and you have to hunt down the fucking unicorn and then try to free the sword.
The sword and the unicorn, okay.
It's like a powerful magical sword that you get
Now
to
I'm
keep.
just making a sword.
No, listen. The unicorn.
Is the sword. Wait.
Yes. I mean, maybe the sword is animating the unicorn.
I mean, it's an undead unicorn, as we've established, so.
Yeah. I mean, most things are if you stab them through the face.
I mean.
Uh, I can feel you just either, I don't know, dying on the table, like just leaning against the table and dying because of my handiwork, so to
Handiwork,
speak.
let's say, let's call it that.
I can hear you just, I don't know, not be. I think my ideas are great, okay? They're amazing.
Yeah, I know you do.
I mean, you sometimes agree with that too, so don't.
But sometimes.
But yes, God, unicorns.
Yeah. I mean, god unicorns, yes. Maybe it's a god.
Eh.
Okay.
I mean, it could be. Especially in D&D, there are different kinds of gods.
Sure.
Could be really basic and just be
But,
like
yeah.
the god of life
Unicorns.
and unicorns.
God of horns. Wait.
But you only got one.
Yep. No one needs one. It's the god. God of them corns. God of corn. It's just a unicorn, but it's just a cob of corn on its head.
I hate this. Why did we choose unicorns to talk about? Because now we have to make a unicorn.
A unicorn,
we
yes.
can't, like, I don't know. What the fuck how are we going to spice this? We can't just throw pepper on it and just call it a day.
No. I
Uh,
mean,
there's only so much you can do with a horse with one horn. Because if you add another horn, it's not a unicorn anymore.
yes, that's how that works, yes. We can add, like, an element to it, like, make it a flaming unicorn.
A flaming gay.
Yes. Also that, I guess, but not especially what I wanted to go with. Or make it multiple heads. No.
I mean, that can work. Ish.
Yeah, but that's more like Cerberus type thing. I don't know if that's actually a thing we want to do.
Give it more legs. Make it like Loki's child, whatever that horse name was.
Sleipnir.
Yeah.
Yeah, potentially.
But then again, it's just that, but with a horn.
Yeah.
Ed
Horn.
Ad horn. There you go.
I mean, maybe if it's not a horse.
It's a donkey with a horn.
No, that's actually one of the things it can be.
Okay. Well, I mean, could be a human.
With a horn? No. What if it's...
It's a cat with a horn.
Unicat?
Unicat!
Wasn't there, like, in the Lego movie?
Oh, yes! No, yes, that is a thing, I think.
So,
I didn't watch that movie, don't tell anyone.
Sure.
I say in the podcast. But yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, a frog with a unicorn horn.
Yes.
Yes! Now we're getting somewhere.
Now we are doing things. Okay.
But if it's like a big horn and it looks the same, you do
Unifrog.
Unifrog, but you know what this means. If you just grab the frog by the unihorn and turn it upside down, it looks like an ice cream cone. horn is big enough. It's just like,
Yes.
I mean, it could be a delicacy somewhere. Unifrogs.
Oh god. I mean, yes, but also, oh god.
Nom nom.
I mean, Unifrog is currently the best I have.
I mean, there is also the possibility of making the unicorn like as a horse, but instead of it being like a physical form, it's like a void horse,
Void Horse?
void unicorn. Like
Like it's a space thingy.
yes, it like faintly resembles the form of a horse, but it's actually completely dark, and you can see stars and cosmos and everything in it. And it
Space
has
horse.
a space horse, a space unicorn.
I could see that, sure.
And then it has a horn, which I don't know,
I don't know.
destroys planets.
it's Void Horn, the space. Void Horn,
Or
the
it is
consumer of galaxies.
Or it is the galaxy itself, and it is just the creator of all. Ta-da! Now we have God as well.
Okay, we have God Horse. God Unicorn.
God
Space
Unicorn.
Void Horse? Void Unicorn? Space? How are we naming this?
Socks. No.
No.
No one
No.
else is going to understand that, but yeah.
The Void Horse. But then it's just a horse. The Void Horn.
Univoid.
Univoid!
Univoid.
Yes. Univoid, space, the Univoid galaxy. It is both space, galaxy, void unicorn, but also it's a galaxy, like the Milky Way.
And it's even more funnier because in Finnish, uni means either dream or sleep.
Aww.
So, it can be many things, but univoid.
The Univoid, yes.
The univoid. The singular void.
Yes. Or University Void, also. Which...
Universe.
Void. Void. Mood.
Univoid. It is Univoid. Univoid, the all creator of all of the cosmos and galaxies.
Yeah. And ruler of space. Yes.
Probably not a ruler. It's probably just a creature that was like, yes, I am everything.
Yes, yeah, of course. You just are like, yeah, I am.
Well, I don't think it's like. It feels like something in a story that a character would see who is like, I don't know, chosen of something and is like hallucinating the universe as like a unicorn because it's the only way they can manage with their brain to handle it. And the universe is talking to them, and it's like this voice in their head instead of, you know, an actual, I don't know, man's voice is going, "Hello, child, you are the chosen one." No, it doesn't make any noise. In the space, no one can hear you scream. Remember?
In the Univoid, nobody can hear.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just, in this time, it is in the form of a unicorn, just saying hello, and your brain is melting. But yes. So basically we did create an Elgic monstrosity anyway in the end. Amazing. High five.
Wonderful.
That sounded more like you slapped me in the face, but I take it.
No!
So we done did it. Univoid.
Univoid, our new child.
Univoid universe.
Love them.
I mean, yes. Especially I love them, and I am totally not using this idea in anything. Trust me. Wink wonk. If any of my players are listening, and because you are one of my players, Francie, at some point.
Yes, I will. I have, for the whole conversation, I have closed my ears.
Yes. Perfect.
Mhm.
But yes, I think we're done for this episode.
Today? Yes.
Yes. Thank you everyone for listening to our nonsense. Thank you for uh getting through with us with this topic. It's not maybe not as exciting as werewolves or vampires or zombies. I mean, at least not for me. Maybe there are some who like it, but yes. Uh, Remember to stay safe. Uh, Wear a mask at the moment because we dated this podcast.
Yes.
I can say that. Wear a mask. Stay safe. Don't get eaten,
Don't
beaten,
get
stabbed. I don't
by
know,
a unicorn. Yeah.
or turned into glitter. I don't know.
Don't explode into rainbows. Good night. No, I mean, good day.
But
Bye.
yes, thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Bye bye.